Hey guys, what's going on, family of tech? So today I want to show you a few steps that you can follow if you want to take photos and videos of the moon that you can use for your YouTube channel or for your Instagram account, even if all you have is an APS-C camera like the Sony A6400, and even if all you have is a kit lens like the one that you can get with this camera. And let me tell you that you may actually have a little bit of advantage with an APS-C camera like the A6400 and an APS-C lens over a full frame camera. I'm going to see why in just a second. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so let's begin. So cameras like the A6400 actually might be a little bit better over cameras like the A7 III, which is a full frame camera, especially when you want to take photos of objects that are far away. And that's because of the crop sensor that can actually crop whatever focal length that you're using by 1.5. And when we're talking about photographing the moon, you need all the reach that you can get by either using a long lens or a crop sensor camera. So for this example that we're using a telephoto kit lens like the APS-C 55-210, you can get an equivalent focal length of 350 millimeters, which is going to be more than enough to photograph the moon. Alright, so step 1 is super easy, and that is to mount your camera on a tripod. This way you won't get any shaky photos. Step 2, once your camera is on a tripod, set your camera to manual settings or manual mode, and don't use any of the auto settings of your camera, like aperture priority or shutter priority. You can initially focus on the moon using the autofocus feature, but then you have to change it to manual focus. Don't take photos using continuous autofocus because that was gonna ruin your shot. For me, I have set my C1 button to toggle between manual mode and autofocus mode, and I would recommend you do the same, because this is a function that you will be using a lot of times either for video or for photos. If you don't know how to set it up, please comment down below, I'll try to help you out. If, for example, you have a full moon, set your camera with an aperture of at least f11, shutter speed of 1/25 of a second, and an ISO of 100. And this is going to be your initial starting point for you to take the first shot of the moon. Step 3 is to use the self-timer function of the camera and set it to 5 seconds. This is going to prevent any sudden camera movement once you press the shutter button, and you will get also more sharp images. Step 4, you're gonna take the first photo. If the image is too bright, either adjust the shutter speed to 2/50th of a second, or if it's too dark, set the aperture to f8. If I were you, I would never set my shutter speed to less than 1/25th of a second, because the moon is a moving object, and in theory, you might not get very sharp images if you use a slow shutter speed. You might have to take a couple of shots before you get it right, but practice makes perfect. Alright guys, that's it for today. Click that like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more camera, tech, and drone reviews. See you on the next one.
Honey bunny, why are you walking away? Baby, lost your tongue somewhere.